Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for today. According to the Locker Gnome app, available for free on both iOS and Android, the links, of course, where you can download the app are in the video's description. The top user is, let's see here, who have I seen sharing a lot of our stuff today? Mr. Six Berg. Thank you for participating. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for sharing and doing what you do so that we can do what we do for you. Is Samsung going too far with its new ad campaign? That's the question that we asked on Locker Gnome today. Yeah, I'm obviously still using my Samsung Galaxy S3, and I'm quite happy with it. However, Samsung could probably do a better job at marketing its devices. Instead of lambasting a competitor, that would be Apple, it should just tell you what this product does and what it does better. And there are many things that the Samsung Galaxy S3 does better than any old iPhone, even the new iPhone, which isn't old yet. So that's the whole campaign, right? They're telling you that Apple sucks and hoping that people believe, well, if they're saying that Apple sucks, maybe it sucks and maybe I should be using another device. I don't think that's the best way to market your device. I think the best form of marketing is having a good product, right? I mean, why do you have to slam a competitor and make yourself look better? I've always believed that when it comes to marketing. And if anything, they're just telling the world that Apple has got the lead, which doesn't make any sense because I thought Android had the lead if you measure it by number of devices that are used in the marketplace with one particular operating system over another, because, you know, I could find another measurement to tell you that Apple was leading or Microsoft was leading. The bottom line is, this is not this. And if you didn't know that, there's a big difference between the two. And this is the nice thing. Both devices will serve you well in terms of the things that you want to do. It's just that one is going to have different features than the other. However, I just don't get a good feeling when I see one company making fun of me because I happen to like iOS, and I also happen to like Android. I happen to like Windows Phone as well. So when they characterize me as oohing and ahhing because Apple moved the headphone jack on the iPhone 5 from the top to the bottom, I'm offended, Samsung. Really, that's not the way to engender support. Like, if you want your product to succeed, make it a good product. And you did. You continue to release really good products and will continue to do so. There's a reason you are the #1 Android handset manufacturer. Well, at least as far as users are concerned today. So, well, you know, that's the scuttlebutt. You guys may disagree with me, but I see Samsung as the product manufacturer that gets talked about the most, at least as far as Android devices are concerned in current conversations. Don't make fun of me, okay? Samsung, that's not, don't, please. That's all I ask, because that hurts. It really does. That doesn't make me want to support you. But I will support you because you make good stuff. Just watch how you market to people like me and other people. You don't want to offend them. If you offended someone, do you think they're going to want to buy from you? Don't offend them. Just, tell them what you got. You got some good stuff here. Really good stuff. All right, I geeked out a little bit there, but hey, I don't call it geek out for nothing. Well, that's all well and good, but what about HTC? I'm glad you asked, or maybe you didn't, but you were wondering. Zeitgeist in design, Windows Phone 8, and HTC. If you didn't catch the announcement, they're going to be rolling out some new Windows phones that you could get on a multitude of carriers rather than having to go to another carrier that you don't happen to be on, at least at this moment in time. So we did an interview with Jeff Gordon, Senior Global Online Communications Manager at HTC, on a topic of his and his company's recent endeavors into Windows Phone 8. We're talking about the 8X and 8S, very fresh, very compelling devices. I am, believe it or not, a huge fan of that color. If I had a color to choose, though, blaze orange. That's not exactly blaze. It's highlighter yellow to me, and I like it. I like things that are bold, and they're definitely making some bold moves. Windows Phone 8 is bringing sexy back to Microsoft, and I think Windows 8 will as well on touchscreen devices. But if you don't want to, go with Android, if you don't want to go with iOS, I think Windows Phone 8 will be a compelling experience. It may not have as many apps up front, but they'll come, absolutely. And I think HTC is going to win this next round. As far as Windows 8 or Windows Phone 8 or Windows 8 Phone, whatever Microsoft's decided to call it this week, I think they're going to win this round, if only because they'll be available, these devices, specifically from HTC, on a multitude of carriers. You won't have to switch. Unlike the decision that was made that we talked about yesterday with the Lumia 920 only available on AT&T here in the States. And apparently, we're not the only country that's been locked in through exclusives. And I wasn't the only one to come up with the perspectives that I did regarding I'm not the only one to have claimed that this was nuts for a phone manufacturer to go exclusive with one network over another. So I'm glad to see that, but I'm also very glad to see that HTC has got a very compelling story with their devices. And if you want to read more, we've outlined for you, but let me go ahead and give you one of the quotes. And this is the question asked. Having earned the title of a signature Windows phone, where does that leave Android in HTC's vision of the mobile future, especially considering how different the 1 series is compared to the Windows Phone 8X and 8S? HTC, and this is the quote, believes strongly in providing customer choice. Choice in OS, Android or Windows Phone, at least as far as HTC is concerned. Choice in form factor, big screens, little screens, physical keyboards, no physical buttons, etc. Choice in colors, and so on. They're incredibly excited about Windows Phone 8, and they should be. That's my little comment there. And they're equally dedicated and invested in Android too. HTC One is at the forefront of the Android market, just as the 8X and 8S lead the charge as the signature Windows phones. And it's good that they're offering choice. Choice is not a bad thing. You may not choose it. You may choose a completely different phone. You may choose a completely different manufacturer. That's fine. You have the choice. We want more choice. Choice is never a bad thing because you have the option to decide for yourself. And the thing is, you could live in many worlds, as I choose to do, and will continue to choose to do. Life's too short to choose one side or the other. I don't know. Call me an old softy. Not a Microsofty, but I mean, I'm a fan of software no matter the platform. Why a Microsoft Surface phone isn't necessary. Another op-ed we published today, and the idea behind Microsoft Surface, this tablet computer, their version of the iPad, let's face it, Microsoft was just watching OEM after OEM try to produce a tablet experience that just kind of, well, it wasn't as good as Microsoft would have hoped, because I don't see many Microsoft software running tablet PCs or computers or whatever you want to call them in the world today. Even, doing, informal viewing around town. And I live near Redmond, and I don't see a lot of them. They needed to take back the reins. They needed to control that experience, as I had argued they needed to do for years. So it was good that they have created the Surface. We still don't know how much it's going to cost today, but they're controlling the experience stem to stern. Google was just as smart to control the Android experience with the Nexus series. Every manufacturer needs to do that, especially if they are not the leading competitor. Apple is, at least as far as those services and experiences are concerned. So Windows Phone 8 and Windows Phone hasn't really had a chance to take hold. If the next round of Windows phones does not eat away at Android or Apple's market share, at least as far as phones are concerned, then I think we may see a Surface phone be produced from Microsoft directly. Beyond that, I think that they're going to let the partners fly with this one. Apple remembers Steve Jobs on the anniversary of his passing. If you haven't visited the website today, a very touching tribute. It's hard to believe that we've been here a year after Steve Jobs has left us. The industry, of course, has moved forward. I can't say that we're any worse off or really any better off without him. But certainly, even if you never liked Apple, even if you never appreciated what Jobs had done for this industry, you cannot deny that he impacted everybody and everything that he touched. And that includes devices that he has nothing to do with. He still is missed. Blockbuster hits rewind on plan to come back as a Netflix rival. Hey, I won't argue. Works for me. More competition. Maybe it'll drive down prices. Of course, I don't rent DVDs anymore unless it's through Redbox when I get a free coupon code. It's just the way I do things. On LockerGnome.net, VaidasB writes, can you use a tablet as a PC screen? You can. There are services that allow you to do just that. Performance isn't going to be awesome, But hey, what are you going to do? It works, theoretically. I've been working to try to get more devices and gadgets to unbox with you in future episodes. Still kind of waiting to hear back because it's an arduous process. You got to connect with the right people who are in charge of the devices, and I just can't afford to buy everything that I see. So stay tuned. This weekend I will be posting my iPhone 5 versus iPhone 4S review and the iPhone 5 review separately, and those will be coming, I believe, on Sunday. In the meantime, thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing what we share with you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your ratings. And, of course, those little thumbs ups. We love your thumbs ups. We don't know where you're going to put your thumb after it's up, but we'd hope you keep it within our universe, within our community, because without you, we could not do what we do. Thank you. We'll see you later. The Lumia Nokia Lumia 920 being exclusive. When phones are exclusive on one web... I'm serious. Okay, seriously.